You filthy rat.
For somebody that loves Shikamaru, you are getting into that bitch's verbiage a little too much. You know why I really didn't, why I think Jirobo is last? Because I was looking back, he always had, and I hate this in men. Die, women shouldn't talk like that.
Shut up.
Shut up and die.
Right. No, but doodle garbage, playing with your food. That's why Saka and Uka, y'all had 2 people against a dog and a little stupid boy.
And welcome back. We're going to be talking about Shikamaru and tomorrow.
The only couple that was brought into this whole fucking mess.
So let me set it up.
We accept.
So we're gonna be talking about we've shitted on Sasusaku and Naruhina. It's only fair. I'm gonna be honest with you. There's not a lot of hetero couples I like in anime, but I do like a few, and we'll be talking about that one today. One of the few is Shikamaru and Temari. Now, personally, yes, Shikamaru has scored me for life because of his unjust garbage doo-doo.
That dookie bitch.
And technically, you were so right, because you always tell me, you're like, technically, that was not Shikamaru. And I'm like, no, it was him. I don't care.
Temari.
He grabbed her fan and said, Temari, me and Maya, I'm like, Temari, you did nothing wrong, baby.
Always want to hate on men.
But, Shikamaru and Temari, I want to ask you.
I want to start.
Okay, tell me.
I like Temari. Mm-hmm. I like Shikamaru.
Mm-hmm.
And when they're together, I'm like, wow, that just makes sense. Honestly, truly, Kishimoto really was the only person, like, that's the only 2 that he laid down little bits and pieces of, like, an actual thing. Like, everything else did not make any fucking sense.
So I'll start it off. So I'll start it off with saying, I always bring it back to this one part in the dub. But, essentially...
In the dub, the curse.
Not the curse. In the sub. Mm-hmm. No dubs around here.
Period.
Oh. So, it all started with me. I want to get to this point quickly, but first, Shikamaru started off as being misogynistic and being like, why am I fighting a woman? Like, ugh, women are not the same. I will just beat you. To then fighting women, even Temari, and beating her. And then the point where when he got saved from fighting Miss Flute, basically, in the sub, there's a scene when she comes in and she's very much like, that front you put up about men and women is comical. Like, she can tell that he's just regurgitating either something he learned in the past because he's not acting that way. And up until that point, you didn't really see that much. So it already established, like, oh, you see what the other girls don't see.
And on top of the fact
That's
is,
right.
she just... I like that Temari is such a strong character as well, despite what's happening over there in the Suna village. Right. But, as far as, like, against the Konoha girl, she's very much like...
like, Tenten, goodbye.
Sakura Ino, please. So it's just very much, I don't know, like, Shikamaru needed somebody like that. Like, sure, Ino's up in his face yelling and doing all that, but she only cares about Sakura.
Right.
And it's just annoying.
This sister, I knew she loved Shika Ino. I was like, okay, I can see it, like, because...
I guess.
I can see...
It's Ino Shikacho for me.
But...
Shush. I will not tolerate the Choji hate here.
The Choji hate. Here's the thing. The only reason why Shikamaru and Temari are the best is because, yes, he acts like poo-poo garbage sometimes, but she can at least check him. She's the only female that became a wife that has a personality outside of, like...
I am the wife. I'm going to cook dinner for my family.
Because Ino at one point... Even though she has her, like, she's like mean, she's like Kushina, where she's like mean sporadic mother. Like, she'll be like, I love my children. Don't you fucking talk back to me, Slice!
Yeah, and it's very much like, and Sai is just such a doormat that I'm like,
Like,
he really is Walmart Sasuke, like, for real.
Hello, like, that's why I'm very much like, when people are like, oh, technically Ino moved on, I'm like, no, she did not. She moved on to someone that looked exactly like Sasuke, but the Walmart version.
That's why I'm like, it's because what they did with putting her with Sai was just being like, this is more so her relenting to Sakura than her actually having feelings for Sai, which is why, again, it should be Inosaku versus that Dudu. Because, again, back to Sasusaku, it's like, I wish that she kind of realized after time and time and time and time again, he puts her under some genjutsu, stabbing, killing her, showing he doesn't care, being like, bitch, sit down, you are the womb. To
the womb! You are the generating machine, bitch!
Like, that, because that's what that gives me, and it's like, I don't know, like, I still don't get the connection of where Sasuke just woke up one day and was like, I like Sakura. I like this Pinku. She's the only one left actually chasing you outside of Karin, and it's like, do you want Nasty Karin to be...
Technically, it would still be Uzumaki and Sasuke, though.
But ew.
Right.
Anyway. No, so it's just, again...
So, back on more points on why they work. The only thing I didn't like, I'm in conflict over, is during the time skip before they got to Boruto, where they showed how Shikamaru and Tamara got together.
Listen,
where she became the ultimate Ona. I was like, okay.
Well, no, because here's the thing. I do tend to like the trope where randomly, like, the tough, like, Ona is usually the... I am embarrassed because I can't believe she's already thinking one thing and he's just like, I'm just trying to find a gift for Naruto. Right. And it's very much like, I don't know. I do like that because it does show some vulnerability, but we don't get that ever again. It's not like Hinata where she had her moment of, I'm doing this, I'm going to stand next to Naruto and help him with pain. But then it's like, after that, she has not left that house once, except to deliver lunch or see her daddy.
The bento beans.
She doesn't even go see Shino and Kiba, like you never see her talking to them people.
What about Kurenai? Like, Kurenai had that baby and they were like, girl, sit the fuck down.
Only Shikamaru was like,
right. During the pain attack where he was like, not Asuma's child.
Meanwhile,
she's like,
what about me?
She's like, okay, I guess I'm just the womb.
He's too busy protecting the will of fire.
The king.
But yeah, so it's like, either way, it's always like, a lot of these women revert into just being the mother, and I'm just sitting at home, the nanny. Sakura is the manager of Konoha Hospital General or whatever.
But they only show her wanting to be a mother.
It's just like, how does Sasuke not recognize his own child? Again, this is why Shikamaru and Tamari are the only things I accept, because it made sense. They even had their moment of like, oh, well, gee, I guess there was feelings there, but now I actually have to acknowledge it because...
I am grown.
Right, so I love it. I love them.
They are, like, honestly, the whole round.
Their child isn't annoying. It's just Shikamaru 2.0 with Winsight Jutsu. That's it.
I mean, true.
So, appreciate that for him. Shikamaru, I will say, went from looking like a drowned rat in the beginning.
Stop calling that boy a rat. He was not a rat. He was just lazy.
No, not. I'm talking about his, like, the way they drew him. He was just like, like, he looked like a rat. But now.
With the little beaver.
I saw it for Shikamaru's dad. So I knew. I was like, okay. Mm-hmm. I see what you're doing, Kishimoto.
I was going to say, when you think about it, a lot of Shikamaru's fights were women up until he died. Remember Miss Bells?
No.
She was so doo-doo. I started rewatching Naruto and I'm in that area and I was like, I forgot this bitch was here.
You didn't remember? Killing.
My little string. I'm like, girl, Shadow. Oh, little string Shadow.
Also, when you think about it, those bells, fire stop.
I'm surprised that not everybody in Konoha knows some type of fire jutsu. Why is it it's only the Uchihas that have that?
What? It's not only
It's not, I know, but these bitches are like...
That is true, because I thought...
It's only when you throw all these randoms in the war that you're like, oh, there are some that use fire style. In every village,
It would have been, what's it called? Cliche, maybe, if everybody from that stuff. But it would have made sense. Like, if you're from that land, you get to harness that
or
jutsu.
at least show other people
Because Naruto never used, other than Naruto used Rasengan and added to that, and he said, "My work is done. I'm not gonna try."
Because no one else can do me like me.
Who can do me?